Hello, 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 everybody. Boo, boo, boo. How's it going? Come on in. We're going to do a kind of impromptu live here. And I uncovered these this morning, but I thought I would do a little cleanup. These are some plates and platters that I made on ClayShare last night, yesterday, the live 5. And so I thought I would just show you how to finish these puppies up. So I think it's always kind of a step that we kind of skip sometimes. So I think it's good to show these from time to time. First off, the 3 tools we need to finish. Notice no sponge. I try to avoid using sponges. It's all possible with this groggy clay, and so this is the method I use to kind of clean up these pieces. We have a loop tool, which is for detail cleanup. We have edge rounding rib, which is for rounding this edge here, and then we have my favorite part, if we can use it, this is the one I use the most, is rasp, Surform shredder. So these probably got a little on the dry side. I left them uncovered overnight, so it was about let's see, 17 hours, 16 hours that they were uncovered, and it was a pretty warm night, so I don't think, obviously the air conditioning, we don't have air conditioning here in the back here, so no blowers came on, should have, so kind of normal drying time. Let's see, anybody out there? I see a couple people on Facebook, a bunch of people on Instagram. Hello, hello everybody. Yeah, rookie, exactly. No, it's not rookie, it's just because I can. Lazy, no. Should have came back at like 11 o'clock last night and covered them up, but I just thought, oh, let's let them go. So yeah, so this is a good starting out tool here. Hi Amanda, hope you're doing well. I'm gonna just kind of analyze the sides here and see which is the smallest side and kind of work from that side. So it's a little tricky, deceiving, because I have lines or textures on this one. But you can tell, see how it's kind of creating crumbs? It's a little drier than I would like. I wish. And that's really a tough thing for me that I don't, I can just make these and kind of forget about them. Where in the past, when I had to make these for a show, like, oh man, I would back and forth from the studio all the time to make sure that I was catching them at the right moisture level, moisture content, because it just makes it a little easier. But at this leather hard stage, you can be pretty rough with the object, with the piece here. Good, looking good. And hello from Arizona. Oh, good. Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, Showtime, huh? Nice, fun holiday shows, right? And is saying she's got some shows coming up. There's a real nice one here in Grand Rapids this weekend that I'm gonna miss. I'm going over to Detroit. That's kind of the today, showing up today. I have a kind of board meeting in Detroit, so.
Our top camera is still a
little off or not in.
Well,
oh, you want to move that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Can't quite move this here. One little detail we missed.
Sorry about that.
Is it the right direction?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Woo.
That looks better.
Give you a little extra view for Facebook here. But you gotta watch out for these crumbs. Get them out of the way. The other thing that it's not too bad. You can kind of see that the bow just a little bit, and that's from not catching it quite on time. I think about the ideal hours is about 6 to 8 hours that you can, for me in this environment, to leave it uncovered. So it went a little past that, but we will make it work. So I go around and just kind of make sure everything's cleaned up. Yes, happy Halloween. Woo-hoo. And then I use this trimming tool here. And when the clay is that this moisture content, it's real easy to kind of touch up those areas with this tool. It won't dig in as much. So each kind of tool has a different better stage. Oh, when's your open house? Let me know. You know me, I travel. And I need to make it to your place before the Zika, I think, so. November 7th. Oh, December 7th? Ooh, that could work out good. Yeah. Yeah. Send me some details. So, yeah, just kind of clean up rounding these edges. And both sides. And now I take this, this is a good one. It's nice to have this scraper here. I know tendency to people want to use these scrapers for to compress the clay. I would not recommend that. Small things will get away with it, but big things you will not. No compression, not enough equal compression. And now I can just soften these edges with my rasp here, or my rounding rib. So in pretty short order, I have this the pieces all kind of all finished up here, and I could spend as much time smoothing. I really don't want to have to do any sanding or smoothing once it's been fired, because then it creates kind of bad dust, I think. But from this stage here, where the dust that we're creating has pretty heavy particles, so we don't have to worry about too much wearing a mask or anything. But if you're using sanding something, you might want to, you might need to. But that's another reason here why I use these 3 tools, a little less fuss. And there we go. So, ready to go. Now I'll let this dry completely. It's in pretty, you can tell right now already if it's gonna warp or not warp, in my mind. This one, we got a little more of a bow to it because we didn't have as much weight on the outside. So it dried a little faster. So I don't know, if normal cases I probably would just recycle this and start over, but kind of just talking about this edge here. It's going to settle down a little bit, but I wouldn't count on it completely fixing itself. Usually when it's there, it's there. If it were a little wet, little wet where I could kind of push on it, then I think I'm still have some more of a chance. But now that it's pretty well in its place, it's not going to move from that. But bottom line is, I know some of you it's a little more difficult in your community studios to keep a close eye on your pieces, but if you really want to have good results, you really gotta be babysitting them the whole time through the process. So, good question, Tanya. Tanya's asking, the forms we're used are these. We've had them out for a little bit, but haven't really talked about them. They're ideal for like cracker trays or serving trays. It's 3.5 by 12 rounded rectangle, and then I use the kind of old common, the 8 by 3.5 and 8-inch divided tray, which I'm going to show you in a second. Yes, yeah, because of Sky Joe. Not sure about that. What is a Sky Joe? LOL. Gila, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Pick me, never win. Let's see, what is it? You must be talking about other stuff. Backstory must be, huh? Oh yeah. Putting the magic damp box with some. See, I don't know if that really works, right? Does that work for you? Somebody's suggesting put it in a damp box with some weights, like fabric covered, and then some rice. I don't ever. I feel like 80% of the time, 90% of the time, it's still gonna have that little bit of a warp. So. Oh, that's Sky Joe, duh. Sorry. Yeah, thanks, Stacy. Yeah. So, you know me. I'm a little out of it here. Oh, yeah. How can I forget? But back to I saw when I was at Pot Glaze, they have a sweet drying cabinet that they make, which I think will help speed up the process. But I think what's done is done a lot of times with clay. It's got that memory, and I don't know. Does it work for you? I forget if you know. I didn't see a response yet. So when I'm making production pieces, it's gotta work right, or you don't mess with it, right? It's sometimes you can fuss with one of a kind things, but yeah, totally. Oh yeah, the fire darts, yes. Yeah. That was good fun for sure. Playing cards in the hotel at one of the conferences. So the Wisconsin one, it was fun. Yes. I played a new one in the Netherlands, which I really like. It's the Dutch version of Sorry, and it's got just a little bit different rules. So it kind of, I don't know, made it a little. Enjoyed playing it, but I only got to play a couple times, so it seemed a little more decision making than regular sorry, but yeah, all kinds of fun. So again, now using this rasp to kind of clean up these edges here. And I will probably, a little part to clean up here. This one, I'm just going to leave this one, I'm going to let this one dry upside down. Make that, the weight of the top kind of settle down just a little bit as it finishes its last 10 hours, 12 hours of drying. And then here's my little divided tray. It's kind of nice just for the theme, kind of as crackers, put crackers over here and cheese over here. But yeah, I just took these two forms, put them together, bam. Sherry has a good kind of comment there. When I was first learning pottery, our instructor taught us to smooth the slab vertically and horizontally on both sides to hinder warping, and it really does the trick. Yeah, I agree. I'm in agreement with that, 100%. I always do the both directions. When on the one side, flip it onto the form, and then do that again. You know, do that again. Yes, it definitely compresses those particles together, and that's really that critical stage. Right after that, it's then there's other factors that come into play. Interesting. This clay is a little smoother particle clay, and it's a little on the dry side again, like I said. So we're gonna mess with it. But I guess I need a little sharper tool, so I'm going to use this trimming tool. But you can see how it sometimes digs in. There, here's the edge. So it's a little harder to have that control. So using that sharp part of the rasp really makes it straight cleanup. You can see it's got little vibrating marks on there. Now I notice this side is way narrower than the other side, so I gotta shade this down some more. And part of the reason I like these trimming tools is they're so sharp. So they're really good for this kind of closer to bone dry clay. You can see it doesn't make the nicest line. So, but it was working a little more effectively than my rasp here. So, and now I'm going to just take it and do the final touch up, straighten that edge. There we go. Let's see. Oh, hi Penny. Hi Luann. Low volume issues. I have everything turned up. Huh. I don't know. Seems to be good. Now I'm going to just clean up on this back side here. This is a new clay from Amico. It's milk chocolate. We got white chocolate, milk chocolate, and dark chocolate. And it's super smooth. So I'm assuming it acts a lot like B-Mix. I'm more of a fire clay kind of fan. Got some kind of tooth to it, resistance. It's a little smooth for my liking. I bet you for this one we could use a sponge to clean up the edge if we needed to. It's got, I don't feel like it has much grog in it. Trying it out. Yeah, we got some new RD2 forms. We got a bunch of stuff, right? Well, you just gotta put them to work. Make them pay for themselves.
Luann said something about the mic volume on our end. It's all the way up, so I'm not sure what the issue could be.
Okay. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure. Luann, it must be on your end. Everybody else seems fine. We have it all the way up here, so. Technology.
Penny did ask about warping or anything. She tuned in a little bit late.
Oh yeah, these are Penny. Just I can read. It's good for everybody to kind of review here. I left these on here overnight. A little bit long, but no real warping problems. Maybe just as the one here just got a little too dry, so it's got a little bit of a banana effect happening. And under normal situations, I probably would just recycle this and redo it. Because it's much easier to, it's been way more fun to make them than deal with ones that are just a little wonky. So yeah, this one's pretty good. Had a nice even drying. It's a newer clay. Made one this morning. Yeah. Yeah. Can't really leave them overnight in Nevada, huh? I know. Yeah. I don't know why, but I've never had weight bags ever, and I've been doing this for 20 years. I think it's just that compression and then making sure the drying is even, and altering whether it's right side up, upside down, depending on what state it's in, to kind of also kind of monitor that. So it's yeah. Yep. So yeah. I think it would even be a good time. This is probably a little too dry now, but I was even thinking about adding some white slip or underglaze to this to give it some color, change the color a little bit, but I think we're in good shape. Yes. And you can go and go and go until it feel where you're comfortable with it. I like sometimes nice thick glazes that you can put on there, so you don't have to fuss as much with these little details. But this is how I would address everything with just these 3 cleanup tools. Yeah, you can leave them on for a couple days in North Carolina. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So it's interesting. When I was in, I think it was Ireland too, was the same thing. The humidity, or in, in England too, like they were kind of in a high humidity basement, and it was like impossible for it to dry. So, yeah. So, it's interesting. So, all right, everybody. Any questions? Anything you know about? I hope those that have some fairs coming up, best of luck with those. Definitely, I think it works really well is to put something real in there, not fake stuff. But if you have vases, put real flowers in there. If you have food trays, put food in there, and it really helps with the sales. So, yeah. So, let's see. All right, give you a last call for questions. Let's do this a little bit. Someone once showed me to bisque fire with a kiln post down the center of the piece, to weigh down the piece during firing to help theater warping during the firing. Yeah, I've heard that too. Same. I don't. You do it right. You do it right. You do it wrong. You gotta cheat. So you cheaters out there, find all those tricks to help you cheat. Kiln posts, kitty litter, the whole deal. Well, all right, everybody. Happy Halloween, and be safe out there. Don't steal anybody else's candy while you're trick-or-treating, especially you, Stacy. I'll miss you all too. Take care, everybody. See you soon. Bye.